In this video, I'm going to talk about the follow-through, kind of how it can be a measure of success in the swing. Many times you can see the follow-through in players and notice that swing looks effortless, they're on balance, so many things we'll talk about follow-through, mostly from this face-on view I'll use. But one of the, I'll say three things I'll focus on here, mostly lower body, upper body, and arms and club. So we do first take a look at the lower body. This is the stick figure of model swing developed by Dr. Ralph Mann and myself. We have a book called Swing Like a Pro that has goes into a lot more detail if you're interested. But anyway, if we go into the follow-through position, where I'll go out to this point, kind of take it to impact and move into the kind of what we call the mid follow through all the way into the final end of the swing here, and then go back. I'm going to look at the lower body first. So let's just take a look at, I'll put a marker on the right foot. I'll go to impact, there's impact, or even top of the swing. And then you watch what the right foot does into the swing. And you can see how it's, it started there and it ended here. So it moved forward slightly. Then if I go back to setup and let's look at the right hip. So I'm going to put a graphic up on the right hip, downswing and follow through. Okay, so if I go back to the top of the swing, you can see the yellow, that's the right hip. And where the yellow meets the blue is impact. So as I start the model down, you can see the right hip's moving forward, and there's impact where it's moving forward. And you can see how the right hip really went from here at the top of the swing all the way there to the finish. So the right hip is behind the left hip, you can see that. But the right hip eventually out here overtakes the left hip and goes through the shot. So that with the right foot. Then we go back again here, and I'll go right shoulder. So this is the path of the right shoulder from the top of the swing. You can see again the yellow, and it moves down here, and there's impact where the blue meets, and it moves through. So you're really seeing how the right hip, right foot is driven towards the target, from the lower body, and the upper body, the right shoulder works down. You can see it work down, and then it's working forward and through. So that right side's really extending through the shot, and the right side's getting through. Now if we go to the left hip, look at the left hip, and I'll go the top. So the left hip is the yellow. You can see it's going to move forward. It's going to reach its maximum forward position right there, halfway down. Now the left side is going to basically stabilize and clear out of the way. So it's not going to move any more forward there. So the right side's moving through, lower body. The right shoulder's moving down and through the shot, really good. And the left side is moving forward, but it's bracing. So the left leg, we go back here, and I go to this position here, and I'll put a line up for the left leg, you can see at this point. So the left leg is sort of acting as a brace or a braking mechanism. So it's slowing down the swing, slowing down the lateral motion of the body to allow everything else to extend through. And that's one of the points I want to make here in this video, is that the arms are extending. You can see once that left side's bracing, the arms are extending away from the body, and you can see the left elbow where the green is right here, how it's extended away from the body, and the left arm is still above the right. And a lot of times we've been taught that the left arm should kind of bend and forced in near the body as a means of squaring the club face. That's simply not happening. You can see how the left arm's still above the right out into the follow-through. Now, and also, I will note the wrists have not crossed over at all. So, you know, the right arm has not, or the right wrist hasn't snapped over the club face. So you're seeing that good extension of the arms, the momentum of the swing here. You can see the right arm is bent. Now it's extending. See, it's good extension. The left arm's extended away from the body, and it's basically the momentum of the arms is being swung a little bit away from the body or extended like that. And in the blog post I'm going to put on my website, I'll show, you know, Brooks Koepka, a couple other tour player swings, how the left arm is away from the body, not folded in and tucked into the body, and the hands snapped over. Because if you're trying to snap over the club face and roll the hands over and keep the left arm close, you're going to be inconsistent and have wildness in your swing. So usually if you have a good grip, the grip is going to allow the club face to square naturally, and the natural swing mechanics you do in the swing will allow that to happen.